peak, peak, peak. Guys, the Legends Fest 2025 information, reveals and stuff, whatever you want to call it, man. Oh my God, man. I got off work and I watched. Oh, bruh. This is a really, in my opinion, this is a really strong start to the Legends Festival of 2025. They came out the doors swinging, and we need to have this momentum just keep on keeping on, pretty much. Okay, we got that. This has to be the entirety of the celebration. Okay, strong start. So we got new characters, we got events, we have returning events, we got information on plat equips. So it's a lot, man. We got a lot. So number one, we got brand new units. We have LF Synchro Gauge Super Gogeta. Yes. Finally, after a year and a half, we got Synchro Gauge back in the game. We have LF Super Janemba, which is I didn't see that one coming. And we have a 1% sparking, which is going to be Go Tanks. And let me just say, the animations are absolutely fire, bro. We got that. We have constant new raids. We got the Shinron event that you can get from codes and or events, which is really good. Man, what else, man? It was just so. It was so much, man. It was so much. We got brand new supporters as well. We got like I said, we have returning events for Zenkais and choice battles and stuff like that. We have a new pickup box, which is, I guess, is taking place of Hoi Poi, which is pretty cool. You get tickets, you get chrono crystals, and yeah. So I mean, it was a lot of information, but we are going to focus on the meat and potatoes of it. We are going to break down the units themselves and among a few other things as well. Oh yeah, they talked about the tournament of for Legends, that's going to be happening. So yeah, guys, it was a lot of information, and I thoroughly enjoyed. Tani, thumbs up. Part 1. Let's have a fire part 2 and a incredible and phenomenal part 3. So with all that being said, guys, we're gonna go and jump into the trailer of these new units, and we'll be right back to break down what they can do.
I don't ever want to do fusion again.
Sure thing. See you around, Vegeta.
Man, that trailer is so fire, bro. The units are so fire. But also, we also got new supporters. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we got an exclusive free-to-play supporter, which is not a character, but it's an item, I guess. It's Raditz's Scouter. Gives you 10% to gives you 5% to damage, and then once you get to like 30 and above 99, it's just a flat 10% damage across the board. We got King Yama and Fortune Teller Baba. I was not expecting that, but I am going to take it because these are really cool supporters. King Yama can seal an enemy, and Fortune Teller Baba can pretty much reverse your Rising Rush failure. So pretty much, if you are Rising Rushing your opponent, and let's say you pick Blast, and your opponent picks Blast, which obviously would cancel out the Rising Rush, and it fails, she comes in, uses her magic, and she swaps your card for another card, making it go through. That is insane, bro. So we got some unique supporters, and we're going to be jumping into the kits. So we have Super Saiyan Gotenks. He is red unit. He's a defense type. He buffs sagas from the movies, Fusion Warrior, and Hybrid Saiyan. So we got some it's looking pretty good. So let's jump into what he can do. So it says obscure enemy's hand and weaken them. When enemy attack ends, enhance next activated special arts, enhance next special move, and ultimate arts hit. Then with his blue card, you obscure the enemy hand for 5 counts, and then when it's enhanced, you will all enemies will receive minus 30% to health restoration and damage received plus 20%, and therefore 20 timer counts a piece. So that is pretty damn good, and I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like he's going to be a very pesky unit to get around. Kind of reminds me of the diamond tag pertaining to either Ku or Do. I think more so Do, because he had the ability to obscure your hand and all that nonsense. So yeah, so I mean, he's a defensive type, but it sounds like he's going to be a nuisance to deal with as well, which is good. We need the disrupt, and we need ways of stopping, onslaughts of never-ending combos and stuff like that. So let's jump into his ultimate arts. It says even ultimate arts weaken the enemy. On hit, all ally sub counts -3. Seal the enemy strike and blast arts for 3 counts. Also, when the ultimate arts is enhanced, ally enemy damage received plus 20%, and all enemy critical rate -20%, each for 20 timer counts. So his main shtick is put him in, weaken the enemy, take a few hits, swap him out, get that damage rolling again, come back, reset with him, and then swap him out again. So he's going to be pretty nifty to get around. So also this right here, bro, powerful paralysis on strike, blast, special arts use. On next activated special move or ultimate arts hit, 10% chance to inflict paralysis, uncancelable, and you'll be paralyzed for 10 timer counts, and he will nullify cover changes for 5 counts one time. Then of course when it'll reset and activate again, which at least it's 10%. It's not 20 or 15%, but still that 10% can mean something, and definitely in a pinch. So he sounds like a very annoying character to get around. So yeah. Now we have Super Janemba. He's a yellow unit, melee type, and his tags are Transforming Warrior, Regeneration, Powerful Opponent, and Weapon Wielder. He buffs sagas from the movies, Powerful Opponent, and tag Regeneration. Now Regeneration, I guess, is a older version of Powerful Opponent, because Frieza's regeneration, Cell's regeneration as well. So I mean, They may just be bringing regen back from the brinks of despair, which brings me back to another point I forgot to say. They are enhancing, or not enhancing, but they are balance adjusting LF Metal Cooler. So he's a powerful opponent. So powerful opponent is still looking kind of nice. So y'all be careful. Y'all be watchful of that too. So now we're going to jump into his unique gauge. So a unique gauge with high attack and evasive capabilities. It's a time type unique gauge. So based on the number of times consumed, first time it's filled up, you draw a card, nullify cover change for 5 counts. From the second point on, this is where it gets crazy. Vanishing gauge plus 80%, damage to the next arts attack usage plus 80%, non-stacking and uncancelable, critical rate plus 40%, nullify element disadvantages, and if you look at it, charges very rapidly while on the battlefield. So this is pretty much a unique gauge, kind of like LF Super 17. He comes in, it's pretty much, I guess, almost full. The moment you use a card, he's going to be able to get the cover node. He's going to draw the card. Once it's filled up again, he's going to be able to get that vanishing gauge back. Because remember, with LF MVP 17, that vanishing gauge plus 80% is pretty much an instant vanish. So you time that just right, dude. You can be hurting your opponents out there on PvP. So yeah. And now, with his cover change, it says nullify special cover changes with unique gauge. On battlefield entry, a unique gauge plus 100%, and then the first time it's consumed, you draw 1 card, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts. So again, like I said in the last slide, you really want to maximize the timing of his unique gauge, especially if it charges very rapidly. You can play around. Your opponent will have to play around you with their characters if you're using Janemba, because he can be really tricky to hit, and among other things. So he sounds pretty crazy. And then consume the unique gauge a second time to deal big damage with special move arts. So unique ability: when on battlefield and enemy cover changes, you draw a blue card 1 time. Activation resets on switch, 40 key, ally damage plus 15% for 15 timer counts, and then second consumption and on effects. 80% to vanish recovery, vanishing gauge, at critical rate plus 40%. That element factor disadvantages are nullified, and then damage on next arts hit is 80%. So pretty much, again, it's just, reiterating what they said, in the beginning of it. You fill up that unique gauge a second time when you can deliberately miss a arts, blast arts, whatever the case is, vanish, and then you can vanish again when your opponent attacks you or whatever the case is. Now your next arts hit is going to be 80%, and that's going to hit like a truck, especially if you have a blue card. His blue card is going to do devastating damage, so he's going to be hitting like a freaking freight train. So my advice, it seems like they've really made this character, Super Janemba, a character where you have to really think, because everybody has a different play style, and they're going to be using him, they're going to be using Janemba, differently, so you really have to think about your next move when you're going up against him. You have to keep in mind of, oh yeah, his time type unique gauge, he's already consumed it once. He got the cover null, he got the he got the blue card. So now he's forced me to cover change. He already has a blue card in his hand. He's buffed himself by 15%, and he's getting 40 key. You know what I'm saying? And now if I attack, he vanishes. He already has his vanishing gauge back. So you either have to tap, single tap and whatnot. You have to play. You really have to play smart around his gauge. So you got to be mindful of that. And then dude. When you use a special and a special move arts, dude, for his green card, he draws a card, he gets 40 ki, and he gets uncancelable 30% damage. One time, which is good. His blue card, 30% damage. He gets 30% damage again, and enemy ki minus 80. Let me tell you why this is so devastating. Because he's already getting 80% to damage inflicted when he vanishes. Once his unique gauge is full for the second time, he gets his vanish back. He hits you with this, dog. Like, he might be one-shotting you just with his blue card. So, bruh. So let's move on. Strong defense and obstruction abilities. So he gets 235% to damage guard. He protects his hand for 50 counts. Has endurance. All uncancelable, by the way. Unique ability. When hit by enemy arts, one time, seals enemy rising rush for 5 counts. All enemy draw speed -2 for 5 counts. When on battlefield, an enemy activates rising rush, awaken art, special move, ultimate, all ally sub counts -5, and cancels enemy buff effects 3 times. It really does sound, it does sound like they literally went back to the old philosophy before this new philosophy came, because this sounds like a pre-new philosophy character. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure his damage numbers, and well, we don't know how much damage he's doing, but I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be up there. But like the things that he's doing, the mechanics that he has just from this alone, I know it's not his full kit, but I mean, dog, come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's really sounding like they really pushed the envelope, and they kind of went above and beyond for this gen, because obviously it's him up against Super Gogeta. So yeah, and again, even more obstruction abilities on battlefield entry. Nullify damage received, element disadvantage, 5 counts. -35 enemy ki -35. Destroy all enemy special and special move arts 3 times. Main ability. Draw ult. 40% health. That's a lot. 40 ki. All sub counts for your allies -5. Destroy entire enemy hand. Again. Oh my goodness. He just sounds broken. Let's move on to Gogeta. So Goku and Vegeta, Synchro Gauge, finally. They're green, range type, and they buff Sagas from the movies, Tag Saiyan, and Tag Fusion Warrior. Dude, Synchro Gauge is back after a year and a half, y'all. A year and a half, we got Synchro Gauge again. I don't know what took them so long, but I'm glad that it's back, and I'm pretty sure going forward with, you know, characters that confuse, I'm pretty sure that Synchro Gauge, we're going to be seeing a lot more of it. I'm hoping, right? So it's just amazing to see that it's come back. So anyways, I was lingered on too long. I'm just so in awe of, like, oh my god, finally they brought it back. But let's move on to what they are going to be doing. So great synergy with Sagas from the movies and Fusion Warrior parties. Start damage. Starter ability. 305% to damage, 200% to damage guard. Also, per other Sagas from the movies and or Tag Fusion Warrior battle members, plus 20% to damage inflicted, and damage guard plus 15%. That's also including themselves. So you can have up to 345% to damage inflicted and 235% to damage guard. All uncancelable. Those are very high numbers. He is going to be hitting pretty hard. And remember, like always, new characters equal featured boost system. So yeah, these guys are going to be hitting very, very, very hard. So y'all keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. All right, so let's move on. Alrighty, now fuse into Super Gogeta mid battle. Synchro gauge, thank God in heaven. With 100% synchro gauge on tap, fuse into Super Gogeta with 100% health, and it charges slightly each time you swap into Vegeta and Goku respectively. So yeah, again guys, we finally got the fusion. We finally got the synchro gauge back. So I'm happy about it. So we are eating all the Gogeta fans. We eating, y'all. We are eating, boy. All right, so let's go on and go to the next ability. Greatly charge the switch gauge with special and special move arts. So it sounds like just like the Vegito from last year. So on the green card, on activation, key plus 50, switch gauge plus 60% one time, which is really, really good. And only effects shared between Goku and Vegeta shown, obviously. On their blue card, on activation, unique gauge plus 20% one time, switch gauge plus 100%, and special move damage plus 30% for 3 counts. So much like the Goku and Vegeta from last year's anniversary, and the tag Blue Boys into Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, they can swap fairly easily with their green card and their blue card respectively. So it's easy to get that switch gauge, swap, do that damage, get those effects activated, get your unique gauge build up, and then when it's time, go ahead, tap the synchro gauge, fuse into Super Gogeta, and now you are ready to do some damage. So yeah, so I mean, really good, really simple for them to continue to go on and last throughout the fight. So let's go ahead and move on to right here. Alright, easy to fuse in a pinch. When hit by enemy arts, all sub counts for your allies -1. All enemy key recovery -30% for 5 counts. Also, if health is 50% or lower one time, you get 20% health. Synchro gauge plus 50%. Enemy key -100. All enemy sub counts +2. So that's pretty good. They can continue their combo. Now, honestly, now here's what I'll say. -100 key is good. You get health back, synchro gauge plus 50%, and they're locked in for 2 timer counts, subsequently. But the thing is that they're not knocking down any cards. This is like the worst version of the Kale Khalifa unit that we got during the Legends anniversary this year. What your opponent can really do to kind of just combat this a little bit is, pop their main, they get key to get an additional card or 2 or whatever the case is, and continue that way. Or if you're going up against Super 13, he has key protection. So there are a little ways to get around it, but it's still nice nonetheless to force stop your enemy from continuing on to I just lost my train of thought, to continue those long combos against you. And on top of that, if they have rush, then they can probably just rush you if you cannot swap out, right? So yeah, so that's really, really good. They have that sub count manipulation and that 100% key for all your enemies, so that's really good. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. High combo potential with tag switch. On tag switch or battlefield entry, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer. Key plus 30. Nullify cover changes for 5 counts. Nullify damage received. So pretty much type neutral for 5 counts. Destroy 1 enemy card, and all enemy strike and blast arts power -15% for 10 timer counts. So that is pretty good. So the more you're able to combo, they draw those 3 cards and they destroy an enemy card every time they swap, and then for them to survive a little bit, that strike and blast arts power is -15% for 10 timer counts for all enemies, not the current enemy. All enemies -15% So that's really good. So that gives him the sustainability to hang on and to continue to buy time so you can fuse into Super Gogeta and go on the offensive. So we're looking pretty good, man. You know, these units are really looking good. So let's go on to the next slide here. So they have a unique gauge that supports their allies. When unique gauge becomes full, you get 10% to damage inflicted, uncancelable. Health restoration plus 10%, uncancelable. Ally health plus 15%. Ally damage plus 10%, uncancelable. So in total, because remember, it's counting himself, so he's getting 15% health. He's getting 20% to damage inflicted, uncancelable. Excuse me. Health restoration plus 10%. Now, and it's a time type unique gauge, and notice it says charges very slowly while not defeated. So much like Gogeta and Pikkon, the revival Pikkon into Super Gogeta, they have a unique gauge like this. Fills up really slowly, but I'm pretty sure, because I mean I know this is not the full effects, you know, the full kit, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have, you know, ways of filling up the unique gauge, probably, you know, per card used, or whenever you vanish, or you do a blue card or something like that. I'm pretty sure they're going to have multiple ways to get their unique gauge up before it's time to go into the fusion. So just keep that in mind as well. But they're getting a lot of damage. So now we're going to jump into the Gogeta side. And bro, this art, bro. Chef's kiss, bro. So it says big damage boost with the unique gauge. It's still a time type unique gauge when they fuse. While full, you get 30% to damage inflicted, special move damage plus 50%, all arts costs minus 5, and they're all uncancelable. So in addition to him getting 30% damage, when that unique gauge is full and they go into the fusion, remember they're getting 20% to damage inflicted as well. So that's a total of 50% to damage inflicted once Gogeta is on the scene. So get that unique gauge up before you fusion, and you're at 50% to damage inflicted already. So he has a lot of ways of getting damage and just building up damage. So that's, yeah, he's gonna be hitting like a freight train. When enemy attack ends with full unique gauge, ally health plus 10%, ally sub counts minus 2, enemy key minus 40. So pretty much get the disrupt, they get minus 40, sub counts to your allies minus 2, and healing, which is really good. That sustainability is very important. And notice on the bottom it says while not defeated, it charges, and then when it's consumed entirely oh, excuse me, and it's entirely consumed when enemy attack ends with the full unique gauge. So it's pretty much, it's a time type. It fills after you get hit by your opponent. It's going to reset, charge again, and then you're going to get another that damage inflicted and stuff like that. So yeah, just continuing to build damage over time is really good. And then use the main ability to fill your hand at once. So main ability, draw special move arts. Next, draw up to 3 cards if hand is 3 or fewer. Health plus 15%, key plus 50, Dragon Balls plus 2, and you get protect hand for 5 counts. That's really good. So it sounds like you really want to spam cards, and then when the time is right, spam the cards, pop your main, you get a blue card plus 3 additional cards. So you pretty much get a hand refill, right? Get that 15% to your health. Get that 50 key so you can use the special move arts. You get 2 Dragon Balls for free, and then you protect your hand for 5 common counts after you activate your main ability. That is really good. So you can really continue your onslaught. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting an opponent that maybe has Super Janemba, and his disrupt, you know, he knocks the entire enemy hand down, and you can just pop your main with Gogeta, refill your hand, continue your combo, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of ways to fill your hand and get damage. So that's really good. So with this green card, it says create opportunities to seize the initiative with special arts. So green card, you draw a card, key plus 50. Vanishing Gauge plus 70%, cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. And also, when the unique gauge is full and you pop this green card, you will nullify element disadvantages and all enemy sub counts plus 2. So it's like a little mini lock-in. So pretty much, when you're using Gogeta, you get that unique gauge filled up, and if you so happen to have a green card, right? You know, you bait your opponent to vanish, and you vanish yourself. Pop a green card, you restore 70% of your vanish, so that's almost an instant vanish right there. You draw a card, you get 50 key, you cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal condition, and you go type neutral. And on top of that, you pretty much lock them in for 2 timer counts. So that's enough for 1 strike guards card, and you can probably, you know, swap to another unit of yours, and if you pair them up with, you know, say you pair them up with the 40th anniversary Gohan, and you swap to him, Gohan automatically comes in and boosts your enemy's sub counts by, I believe, 3. Then when he uses a Blast Arts card, it's an additional, I think, 2 timer counts. So that's enough to snipe somebody out with a rush. So that's really good as well. Or if you're playing with Vegito, that rush. So now he nullifies endurance and draws more cards when you run out. So it says unique ability on fusion or battlefield entry. Draw a special arts next 1 time. Nullify cover changes for 5 counts. 5 counts. Uncancelable. So you can rush Zamasu. Nullify endurance for 10 timer counts. That is the big one. After strike and blast starts use, if hand has 1 card or fewer, activates 1 time. You draw up to 2 cards plus 50 keys. So that's pretty much the Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. You know, you spam cards upon the last card you use, you'll draw an additional 2. You'll draw an additional 2 cards plus you got 50 key. But also notice, he nullifies endurance every time he swaps in for 10 timer counts. So his endurance is not tied to a blue card. That's insane. So now it's absolutely that, dude, that is insane. So you can get a nice little snipe with him. So that's really good. So that is all the details right now for the premium summonable units. We're now going to jump over and we're going to look at the new free-to-play unit, which is none other than sparking full power Jiren. And I just have to pause right there because I'm just like, part 1 is movies, and then you just throw in a free-to-play full power Jiren. And okay, I get it. He's not only universe rep, but he's also a powerful opponent, and powerful opponent is looking really nice right now. And so I do get it. So it says a defensive character that can stop enemies' combos by reducing their ki and turn the tables with special move arts. So he's element blue. He's a defense type, and those are his tags. Universe 11, powerful opponent, rival universe. And then on cover chains, he gets 80% to his special move damage, and then enemy ki minus 50. So that's just a little bit of what he can do. So yeah, but we are now going to jump into this guy right here. Ultras have been in the game for what, 4 years now? 4 years. And the very first Ultra that we got in the game was this guy right here, Ultra Super Saiyan Goku from Namek. And it has been time for him to get a platinum equipment. He's finally getting himself a platinum equipment. We don't know the details as of yet. I'm assuming him along with the free-to-play Jiren will be dropping next week. And we'll get more details on that when it comes. So yeah, I'm super excited. We have a lot that we're getting fed for this first part of the anniversary, and it feels so nice, especially compared to the last Legends Fest. It was cool, but it wasn't as hype as it normally is. You know what I'm saying? So this year, Yeah, they came out the gate swinging, gave us what we were asking for, and I can't be disappointed. I'm good with this. So yeah, so those are details for the brand new premium units. Let me know what you guys think. How are you guys feeling about this part 1 of the Legends Fest, guys? We are just hours away from the start of Legends Fest, and I'm excited. I can't wait to summon. I hope that I get all the units. I hope you guys are summoning for all the units that you want. I'll see you next video, guys. It's your boy Dre Senpai. Deuces.